pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
10 yards on the pickup.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down.
Check it back. Check it back.
49. Check 49. Check 49.
Now Williams.
Go. It's right.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll go as a loss of 5, and it'll make this a second and long.
Yellow. Sorry. Hey, Ridley.
Out of the pistol, here's Williams. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field, a nickel set for 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
James now to return. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
At their own 27-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Terrell Suggs. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
15.
On the counter, here's Williams. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go.
Yellow. All day, dog. Heroes 15.
On 2nd down now, it's Williams, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
I hope you brought your left, because I'm about to take you through.
Back. Yellow.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. They find some open field here. Give them 32 on the play. But one thing's for sure, they're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They'll run it with Williams. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Yellow. Come on, 80.
54 Mike.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there. Hey, one set.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Boy, he almost did that himself, but it looks like he's about a foot or two short. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll run for it with a fullback Sherman. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And that's why you have the fullback, Charles. Couldn't get it in the play before with the smaller guy. Turned to a little more power. They score it.
And now it has to warm the hearts of a lot of old-school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Here we go.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Mike's 50.
Check. Hey, get hot.
Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Garoppolo to Goodwin there for a 49er first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Let's go, baby.
Here we go.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. They'll run on 1st down. Coleman. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Go, Mike.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Nice job by Juan Thornhill there to get a hand in and break up the play.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Williams. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now another timeout called for by the offense as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit,
Here we go.
and in this case, lose the football?
So it should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Garoppolo looks to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here of the 2nd quarter. Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there, because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or do they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. It's caught by Coleman. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it third down. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on third. This one complete to Coleman. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
All day, defense, all day, all day.
They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Hey, watch the slant. Check 99.
White.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Shit.
They will run again with Coleman. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That's another 49ers first down. First and 10.
On first down, it's Coleman. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Switch it. Check. Crunch. Joker.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Watch twins.
This is Coleman. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Tevin Coleman, 42 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital.
Now the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. Mahomes finding his tight end Kelsey for a big one. 52 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Here's Mahomes to throw. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Here we go.
They give it to Williams, running right. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Hey, watch it, watch it. Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
They'll try and run. This is Williams.
Safety quickly.
A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Call it a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. It's Williams. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. 6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up 4th. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. Butker's kick here is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The Niners take over 1st and 10.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
And they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he's able to get the 1st before he's taken down at the 36. Job 1 to pick up the 1st down is complete. That was a big 3rd down conversion, but they got to watch the clock. It's starting to become their enemy a bit here in a 2-score game.
Which means they have to pick up the pace, right? The tempo has to be up. And what they do is they tell the quarterback in his helmet, hey, listen, when we pick up the 1st down here, tell everyone we're going. We're moving now to 2-minute offensive phase, and everyone on the bench area, they're waving them along too. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
At the 36-yard line.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Looking deep downfield. And this is taken in at the 5. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. It's Coleman here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Here's Coleman, and this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they try to punch in a late touchdown. Garoppolo now. That's caught at the 3. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. From 3 yards out, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. They do tack on the extra point as well, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this game not quite over yet. We'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 26-yard line.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
56, the mic, boys, 56.
To throw is Mahomes. Well, look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, you know, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trusting his quarterback and trusting his offense.
Still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
21.
They'll keep it on the ground. Coleman. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
65. Hey, we got Mike 50, huh? Let's make it.
Garoppolo to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, there defensively to make the play.
Here we go.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soft. 21. 12, fellas. Here we go.
Watch the whip.
He'll look to throw. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. 3rd and long coming up defensively. You pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Here we go. 20.
Right back to Coleman here on 1st down. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Check 52. He's coming.
Coleman now. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Back to throw, Garoppolo. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Like a freight train there, Derek Nottie with a sack. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Let's see if they are in line with Charles Davis. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Hey, 57 colors, 57 colors. Switch.
First throw of overtime for Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there available to them.
Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2. The 20. Room here to run. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Now, partner, a great game that we got to see, and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Santa Clara.
Time to bring the bass bird. Swear I'm going big like a lineman. She want bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money we aligned in. Tell me how they broke, tryna chime in. Jesus he the only reason why I do not get violent. Ay, cause he gave me patience. Ay, swear that don't make sense. Ay, when you making bands, can make friends. Cause I know they tryna shit like Ray-Bans. Got a bad little shorty wasting. And I own it, I ain't gotta pay rent. Ay, I know we the ones that ain't them. Put both hands together and I'm saying amen. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going bigger. Postmates, how I deliver. My game too cold, made it shiver. But I'm still a hot boy, cool it down, let it simmer. Hey, see him mad, got him bitter. Can't stop the shine with a dimmer. Only what I give her, and she let her call me baby, but I do not need a sitter. See me dip, yeah, I'm saucing. People at the bank see me often. Let the money run, it's a faucet. She gave me the that's a boss it. Took over the game, now we all in. I was down in the chips, then went all in. Throwing up the gang, ain't no vomit. Make my mama stop working, that's the promise. Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm
P-P-P-Love, time to bring the bass bird.